All right, guys, we are back with another replay analysis. This one of johnD. His teammate is johnJ. One has a lowercase j, one has an uppercase. You know, I'm not sure what's going on here, but they are champion 1, and this is a 3v3 game. And they got the replay analyzed by going to patreon.com/Gibbs000. I know, it's not the greatest tagline or the greatest name, but hey, you know, Gibbs was taken, all right? So go there, replays, tournaments, free play, coaching, tons of stuff there to go spend your hard-earned money on. And it helps me. It helps Giblet, so why not? It would be really, really nice. Anyway, let's get into the replay. We'll start it off. We'll be focusing on both of them, johnD and johnJ. That's what johnD asked for, so I'm like, all right, I'll try my best. All right, here we go. At the start, grabbing both boosts on this side of the field, which I want to go back real quick. I just want to see where his buddy goes. All right, his buddy does grab boost on the other side, so it doesn't matter. Usually, grabbing both these boosts is probably not the greatest idea, but since johnJ is also going to the left side of the field, it's actually a pretty good idea to grab your back corner plus the mid boost. Even though he doesn't really need the boost, it's better to grab it here so the opponents can't grab it if they do get this ball like overset or something like that. So, like right there, one of the blue guys might have been able to pick up one of those boosts, but now they can't. Majority, kind of a weak touch here, but I do like the idea of him just kind of like placing it away. It is a little strange that both players on blue team just leave on this, though, that they don't even want to deal with that. I guess because they both don't have boost. johnJ's up for the clear. Ooh, so this is a little sketchy. This should be johnJ's ball, because this ball is not very difficult to hit off the wall. He's only got 35 boost, but he still should be able to make that play, probably. He goes up a little bit slow. And also jumps super early on it. Like, I would like to see him use some boost on the wall to gain some speed. And then he'd be able to catch up to the ball a little bit quicker. Then he wouldn't have to use the boost in the air as much because he's already got that speed going towards the ball. And then he just has to readjust just slightly. But 35 boost might have not been enough anyway. It also screws up johnD here as well, which was a pretty sketchy play. Like, honestly, like, when you're going up for a play like this, and you see johnJ like already on the wall, like, I'm surprised he handbrakes and turns back towards the ball. I would have turned around in net, so then at least you're facing towards where the ball is going. Make it a little bit of an easier play. Because you see here he jumps, and now he has to kind of like aerial backwards a bit, which makes it a lot more difficult to play. Luckily, no one's shooting just yet, but now we get a pass off from blue, but majority does get rid of it. So grab the boost here. I don't like this play at all right here. Never just bash it against the wall. Look, you can see here, Leo, he's already leaving. Like, he was turning left there. He might not have seen that because it was very difficult to see. But he should just try and, like, hear audio cues to see if blue is coming at him. But generally, he should probably tap this so it goes up the wall, not where he hits it and it bounces back out. And then he could take control of the ball. He's got 69 boosts. He's got plenty to just go up the wall and do what he's got to do. But it works out because no one from blue's there anyway. But it is a little bit panicky. And then he doesn't really know what to do here either. On this play right here, so he banks it off the wall. He's got time to just throw this back to johnJ and set him up for a really good clear. Because he doesn't have a lot of momentum going, so he can't really do that much. But if he hits this to his left and just rolls it out to johnJ, then this will be a very easy clear. Instead, he tries to attack it himself, which is probably not the best idea. He uses all his boost as well in that corner. So it just wasn't a great use of the play in that corner. Here, we'll move on. See what's happening. He's just waiting for that big clear, which is fine. Not that big of a deal. He could have challenged possibly, but it's not really worth. It's better to just have two people back. I don't really like that johnJ, though, moves up here. So I get that his teammate does come back a little bit here. But he's just trying to pick a boost, I guess. But he, like, drives forward, which you have to be worried about this play happening where it's going to be a boomer of a shot or even a pass cross field. He should have tried to stay on the left side of the field when he saw his teammate go on the right side of the field. Again, at the end of the day, it didn't really matter, but those small mistakes might bite you in the end. Right there, he gets snuck down a bit, but johnD takes it over. Now he's going up the wall this time. Doing a little bit of an aerial dribble. It's not really going to do too much, probably. So actually, like, this blue defender, this is a pretty bad play by Leo. Because, again, I say this all the time. When someone's aerial dribbling, just wait on the goal line. That's all you have to do is wait on the goal line. Don't attack it unless you absolutely have to. But normally, they're going to run out of boost by the time they reach the goal line, and then it's a very easy save. But Leo goes up early. Luckily, his teammate did not, and turns into an easy save. But I don't mind these aerial dribbles. Like in threes, like this isn't that bad because if you can force a 50-50, it could turn into something really good. One thing I would like to see him do is get underneath this ball. Or I'm sorry, get like kind of above the ball or just behind the ball. So it turns into a better 50-50 because he's going to run out of boost where he can't elevate this ball to the top half of the net. So at that point, then I would use my boost to try and get like right behind the ball to make a better 50-50 instead of an easy clear for blue side. We'll go over to johnJ for a little bit. johnJ, nice little touch there. And I think... So I've had this replay bug a couple times where it just won't come off player cam. So we might not be able to watch johnJ too much. And that's like something you can't fix. It's really strange. I don't know. But anyway, we'll go back to johnD. I want to go back a little bit here. Trying to do a little ball chasing here. Like on this play, you don't need to make a play here. Like this is johnJ's ball. Just let him do his thing. But that's okay. I like the idea. And now this aerial is not very aggressive. After that first one was pretty aggressive, like going for that play. But right here, he could have kept moving forward to at least get a little bit more momentum and at least beat out Leo here for a touch. But instead, he checks the brakes a little bit too hard. Turns into that he just doesn't get a lot of momentum at that point. And then, you know, you're probably going to lose those. But that's okay. Head on back. So I like this play from johnD. He just goes up, just trying to block, you know, whatever. It does spill out for a decent shot, but that's okay. Normally, that's not going to happen, but I still like the idea of just worrying about the shot. johnJ here, going up the wall, and it seems like they get very panicky in these areas. So we'll go back to johnJ. He goes up the wall. Like, there's no point to follow this ball up the wall if you're not going to attack it off the wall. No point at all. Because the worst part is when you come down off the curve, you're not going to be able to hit it because it's very difficult to read the ball bouncing and drive off the curve to make a like half volley shot. So he just completely misses when he should have just waited for the ball down low. He should have been looking. Now again, it's hard to tell because it's caught on non-ball cam, but he should have seen where the blue players are by toggling off ball cam and then just wait it out and then make the play. Instead, he gets a little panicky and goes up the wall, and that doesn't really work out for him. All right. So this play right here, like I like the idea of like, all right, I have to get back. Obviously, he goes for. It looks like he was going for a half flip, but he didn't execute it. But luckily for them, Majority's playing some pretty good defense as well, so they can spill the ball back out. All three from blue go there, so this is all hands on deck. johnJ's got to get a better clear than this. So as soon as all three go, like johnJ, he's got time again, and he kind of wastes it. So we're going to go back to johnJ again. So this is just kind of wasting the time a bit. Like, look at this. All three went, and I get the idea of you want to rush this out, but if you're going to get a bad hit like this, then it's pointless to do that. So you have to get underneath this ball immediately. Never go on top of the ball like he does here. And if you're pretty bad at these aerials where you can't get like underneath the ball while it's coming down, just wait for the bounce and go for that power clear where it hits off the backboard. So you don't just give away ball possession like this when all three were on the retreat. I think it fixed on johnJ's side too, by the way. It looks like it did fix, so that's weird. johnJ going for that aerial touch. Just missing it, but that's okay. That happens. It's a very hard deflection type thing. Ooh. johnJ barely misses this, but Majority gets to clear. I would like johnD to move up a little bit more than this. Like at this point, like Majority is going to get the next hit. So I would like to see him kind of use a couple boost pads or maybe even just one front flip just to move up a little bit further so he could be lined up for the pass. Because when Majority's hitting this, like the ball's already going forward. So Majority's going to have to hit it forward. He's probably going to hit it like, you know, like diagonally that way. So that's why if you're johnD, you want to front flip and get up just a little bit further. And you'll also grab these two boost pads and you'll be looking good. But he kind of is playing a little bit too cautious here as that second man. Like, as the second man, you have to put yourself in a spot for the best possible pass from your teammates to make your teammate, like, a lot easier to make the pass. And right here, I believe it's johnD, this one. I can't even remember anymore. Yeah, johnD. He didn't move up as much, and then he loses out on that challenge because of that. So that's just one of those plays. When you're the second man, always try and like find that spot where you think your teammate's going to hit it earlier. So it turns into a better pass. Good save here. Just nice patience. And then bumps Majority out of the way. That's fine. Like so I understand what he's trying to do here. it just kind of, yeah, it just doesn't really work out here. johnD goes for that challenge. I like this play from johnD, so I'm going to go back to this. So I like plays like this where, like, you're not going to get the hit necessarily, but you're trying to block as many angles as possible. And he tries, but it doesn't happen, but that's okay. Just put that pressure on the shooter so he like doesn't have all the time in the world to do whatever he wants. Is all you really have to do there. johnD with the shot. Throwing up nice and high. Alright, now it's just all about trying to wait for that like center ball. So I like this play. Just go through the crease. Try and disrupt. Grab both boosts on the way out. This is just the boost starve happening. The problem is the shot from johnD goes low, and this kind of screws up the whole possession. Like, that shot right there needs to be high. Needs to be, like, off the backboard possibly. Or just slow it down a little bit. He was trying for the power shot, like, right under the crossbar, and I get it. But these plays right here will lose you games. Like, if you do shoot it low when you're trying to boost starve, and then they get a free clear, and now the boost starve is completely wasted, that'll definitely happen. But I like the idea of going for the power shot, but he could have tried to slow it down, or just chip it really high to waste even more boost, so they could just kind of be around. Now we got Leo. He's still boost starved, as you can see here, but this is just kind of a poor dribble. He tries to put on his hood and tries for a flick. So he took a little bit too long here. That first tap was a little bit too poppy, and now the other guys can come back. And then he puts on his hood, but he's got to do like a front flip flick or diagonal, like front flip flick. Instead he goes for the side flip, which didn't really work out. But Leo, I think, was looking for boost there too. So he might have, like, if he just throws that high, like maybe even go for like an aerial dribble, he might have had it. All right, pushing out here. Nice play here. So this is actually a really good play from johnD, where he doesn't actually go for this play because he sees majority is also going to go for this play. And most of the times, like 9 times out of 10 in solo standard or something like that, you'll see a double commit here. But majority, he gets the play, and johnD just bails out so johnD can move up. johnD gets the dunk. I like this play. All right, johnD. Show me what you got. Show me what you're working with. Nice play there. Beautiful play right there to get, like, out, like, off the wall. Side flip. Put some power on it. He dies, but johnD setting up for a shot. We'll go over to johnD. It doesn't happen, but they're keeping ball possession here. This play I don't like. This play I do not like at all. Right here, johnD. He actually turns off ball cam right when johnD, like, is about to hit this ball. This could very easily be a pass to him. He's in a perfect spot for a pass. Look, no one's over here. You got 2 blue cars. I'm not sure where the other blue car is, but it doesn't really matter at this point. johnD, he's about to hit this. If he does shoot, okay, then you leave. But he could easily hit this way, and then all you got to do is drive up and deflect it, maybe a give and go, and maybe even a shot, depending on how hard this hit comes to him. But he turns off ball cam so early that he can't make a play on this pass. And it's not even a pass anyway. It does turn into a shot. But if it was a pass, that's where that could have been ruined a little bit. He does come back, tries to make the goal. Doesn't happen, though. But close play there. And I'm going to go back real quick to johnD's perspective on this. So johnD, he dies, and then he comes back, and now it's a free ball for him. And I like the power shot. Like, this is a good power shot. But again, he has majority here for a pass, and he also could have had johnD. So that is another option. I'm not saying necessarily that he had to do it here, but it is an option here to try and pass that out to one of them. And then they're even closer for an even harder shot, and it'd be much harder for the guy in net to make the save. But the save is made, and the ball spills out. Cycling out. Not much going on here, just waiting it out. See what happens. johnD has to go all the way back. We'll go back to johnD. Oh, damn. It misses this ball. Like, these are tough. But he lines himself up really strangely by turning away from the ball like that. So he has to turn so much back around. Kind of strange how he went for that one, but luckily it didn't hurt him. johnD with the big clear. I like the check of, like, where's the blue guy or where's boost. He picks up the boost, and that's fine. Like, you don't necessarily have to go for the ball on all of those. Now, majority's trying to make a play. It doesn't happen. I like this play from johnD, trying to, like, make it easier on johnD. He kind of doesn't attack the ball, really, though. He, like, flies backwards, so he doesn't really get, like, in the way of, like, even a shot here. It's kind of a bad aerial. because he doesn't block the net at all. He needs to attack that more like in a straight line. We'll go back one more time here. So like we'll wait a little bit. Right here, like he needs to attack this way and just block it. You know, like try and cut off the angle. But instead he goes like this and then like comes this way and he's on like the side of the ball. It's extremely strange. Like right there, see how he's going to like the side of the ball instead of continuing this way and blocking the shot. And he can still go up in the air like this, but don't turn around like that. Like go up in the air and try and block. Instead, he doesn't really block the net. johnD also goes for this ball, which probably shouldn't have. Let's see what johnD's perspective was for this. So johnD, like he goes up super late on this. Like if the blue player hits this at all, then they're in trouble. Luckily, they all miss, but that's not a great aerial from either one of them, from johnD or johnD. And it results in a goal eventually. So, but I like those wheels, by the way. Those wheels are nice. But yeah, 2 poor arrows by 2 teammates. Normally, in a 3v3 game, that's going to result in a goal. And it does. Little sketchy here again. Like, kind of getting a little panicky. Like, I get the idea of, like, maybe someone's coming, so I just want to get in the way of it. It's fine. No one was there, though. Alright, here we go. The clear. johnD's got to get a piece of this ball, probably. So when he sees it, oh, looks like we're stuck on his camera again, so we're going to get off johnD. Sorry, johnD. Here we go. The pop. The lock. The demo. I like it. Oh, so close, so close. I like the idea here, though. So this time, we see johnD. He takes his time, and johnD goes for one of the demos. It's a pretty good pass. Just majority just kind of speeds through this a little bit quickly. Let's go to majority here. See how this went. Yeah, he's just going a little bit too fast. Just a little bit too hot on that play. Just got to slow it down. Wait for that rebound even. Like, you don't even have to fly to this necessarily. So when you see it, so right there, as soon as that demo happens, that's when majority knows I don't have to fly to this at all. Because if Leo misses, like if Leo goes in the air, you don't have to fly for this at all. Because Leo, like say he hits it, then he's going to beat you to the ball anyway, and he's going to hit it. But if Leo misses, it's a wide open net. So on these plays like this, don't jump an aerial towards these plays because it's a free goal. Like if you don't fly to it. But he flew to it, and it didn't turn into a goal. Going back, johnD. So confused with johnD and johnD. johnD gets the center majority. Can't get the shot, though. He wasn't really around here. We'll go back a little bit for johnD. Trying for some dunks, but he didn't even have to touch that, I don't think. Yeah, majority was just kind of screwed there. Now we got one last play here coming up. johnD tips it away. Okay. Taking your time. The power clear. Okay, 5 seconds. At this point, you got to keep the ball up in the air, basically. johnD, can he do it? Can he do it? Oh, he can't do it. And that's the end of the game. And, yeah, just some bad arrows here or there. And, again, like, the time, when you have time, try and use it more effectively. And go for some passes. Like, we really didn't see any passes in this replay. But that'll do it for me in this replay analysis. Thank you to both Johns. And thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. Later.